That intro's too short. You gotta make it longer.
We should make it the intro longer. But what's up, everybody? I'm Ball Python
I
Love.
cough,
This is my
I coughed and the intro was over.
funny. Um, Next to me is Big Derek. Reptile hobbyist, of course, and then all-star, legendary rock star making fucking moves. Um, how's everyone doing tonight?
The chat is rolling, man. Ken's in the building. Morbid, Bosa, my Animal House, Madman,
I'm just
BPL.
pulling
They
things
all here for
now.
you, brother.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. So
What kind
welcome to
of
the Reptile Love Show. This is where we talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly in the reptile
that's what,
community.
that's what it's about, man. We got some good stories today, man.
Let me get ready. I'm good. Just had a long day. Welcome everybody. Appreciate if you guys haven't already. Please smack that like button. Share the shit out. I
Advertise your show for
truly
tomorrow
appreciate
too,
it.
man. You gotta let people know. Don't just come tonight.
Yes,
Come tomorrow.
tomorrow as well too. Tomorrow I have Mark's Reptiles on my channel. It's gonna be great.
I'm not fooling with you,
Um,
BPL. You don't fool my show no more. I never see you in my chats no more.
oh fuck you. You go to work. You go live when I'm at work and shit.
Dude, I just had Cusco on, man. What happened, man? I don't see you in my chats, man.
Was I not going? What time was your live and what time was mine?
Mine was at 7.
I think I was still live.
BPL, you
Was
do
I?
me dirty, man.
Oh, okay.
I'm just giving you a hard time, man. But I'm excited about your show tomorrow. What are y'all gonna talk about?
Uh, Venomous. What's it do to the body?
You ever thought about getting a rear fang venomous, like a hog nose or something like that?
I would like to get like a false water or um, I don't know. Hog nose would be cool, but like I know the boom slang. I know it could fucking kill you, but dude,
Yeah, don't get no boom slang. That's too dangerous. Get the false water. I want a false water cobra, but my wife ain't going for it just because it got cobra in the name. And I'm like, babe, there's no reports of it killing anybody. She's like, it's a cobra, and it coming in this house. But you know the saying.
yeah, I would actually like a cobra, bro. To be honest with you, if I could have a cobra, I would.
Start
I
small though. Why don't you start with like a rear fang? Start with a rear fang venomous that can't kill you.
Because
Then
I'd
like
rather
work your
just
way
go
up.
straight to I'd rather just straight go to a copperhead.
That's what I did. I should have worked my way up to the copperhead. That shit kind of
I
had me a
still
little nervous.
I don't think it's the hog nose, but they just don't do it for me. They're amazing. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that if I'm gonna get a venomous, I mean, I'm gonna be like I'm a venomous keeper. What do you have? Hog nose.
But I would like the hog nose because you can make so much content. You can clickbait people like I got bit by a venomous snake, and then people tune in and it's a hog nose, so it's like clickbait, but it's not clickbait because it really is a venomous snake. Then you can make content with it playing dead. It's so many things you can do with a hog nose.
Mm. False water though would be dope.
Hell yeah. Aaron, Aaron said, "Start small, get a baby cobra." I'm weak. Well, anyway, let's start the show, man. First story, man. Bring it up, man. I got kind of a sore throat. Um, the first story is about a dad that got bit by a venomous snake trying to save his daughter. Jake Combe, who lives in the Marylands of South Australia, has been unpacking bags in the hallway of his home when he saw something flare up at his daughter Alba. He told the local publication. The dad picked his daughter up to get her away from the snake and was bitten on the foot in the process. The snake was the eastern brown, one of the deadliest snakes in Australia. They are highly venomous and responsible for most snake bite deaths in the country. Luckily, however, it turned out Combs suffered a dry bite, meaning the snake didn't use any venom. Thank God. Still, the father was rushed to the hospital and stayed overnight. The bite caused a rash. Combs feared it might have been a different story if his daughter got bit. She could have picked up the snake and it wouldn't have got away so quickly, he told the advertiser. Eastern brown snakes are capable of killing children in minutes due to how potent its venom is. It is also notorious for being nervous, meaning they are more easily provoked. The snake resembles several other harmless species, meaning it's often mistaken for them. Venomous snakes are not uncommon in Australia. During the warm and summer months, they're often found slithering around homes looking for shelter. Despite this, Combs said it has still been a shock. I keep thinking about what would have happened to my daughter if I didn't see it, he told the news outlet. This is not the first close call to occur with this species. In October 2022, an 11-year-old girl was filmed picking up one of the deadly snakes that she thought it was a harmless gardener snake. Experts were horrified at the footage and reiterated how lucky she was to have not been bitten. This is an extremely dangerous eastern brown snake. The girl in the video is extremely lucky that she wasn't bitten by the snake, and her parents should try and go and buy a lottery ticket, snake removal experts said. Snakes usually try to hide rather than bite, but conflicts happen, especially if a snake is startled and attacks out of defense.
I don't think the next one is part of the story.
No. Now, like, that's such a crazy story. First off, how lucky is this guy to be bitten by one of the most venomous snakes in Australia and it be a dry bite?
It's fucking crazy.
Like, tell me that's not lucky. I'd go buy a lottery ticket.
It's kind of like the guy that I was actually, because, you know, doing my homework before, so I mean, I already know Mark's channel, but I was rewatching the one with the, I think they were on like Animal Planet or Net Geo or something, that you allows the colubrid to get right up, or anyway, I think it was some kind of actually cobra actually, and dude on the camera allowed it to get right up to his nose, and it bit him, but it was a dry bite. To have that kind of luck is I feel like really amazing, man.
That's a father's love, man. Like to be like, fuck my life. I'm trying to save my daughter's life. You know what I'm saying? It's like I would have did the same.
It'd be the same for my sons though, or you know, or my wife. Like it'd be the same shit. Like if I knew they were about to be bit, I'd rather take the bite and take the chance. And
after I took that bite though, I probably would move out of Australia because I feel like the flies in Australia could kill you. Everything over there is deadly.
Oh, everything. I mean, you can't. Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, no. They have the Black River, which is people have been eaten by crocs and all that. Like you can't go swimming or anything. Like it. Yeah, no, it sucks.
King
but
got
at the same
timed
time,
out.
if you're really into venomous, right? Like Australia does have some of the top venomous snakes out there. Like if the inline taipan.
Would you ever go herping in Australia?
If I had the opportunity, yes.
Fuck that. Too dangerous. Fuck that. I'd be scared something bite me on my leg and I'm gone.
Huh. Yeah, I mean, who knows? Even maybe like you said, the flies over there might, you know.
I can't, but then again, I take that back. I can't say that because if I got the opportunity to herp in like Africa, I would go just because it's Africa.
So what's the difference?
I know that's what I'm saying. I have to take it back. It's like Africa got the same
look
shit.
at it like this: you get bit by a very venomous snake, or you get your ass beat by a kangaroo, or you go to Africa and you get bit by a badass venomous snake, or you get mauled by a fucking lion.
Right. So what's up with your new show, man? I'm curious, man. Talk to me about your new show with Ken, man. How's that going?
It's good, man. I think me and Ken have a lot in common. We talked about, you know, he likes sports, I like sports. Ball pythons, of course. So.
I tried to get involved, but y'all was playing a game that I didn't understand. It was like y'all were like, well, we're gonna pick these genes and compare it to this part of football, and I was like, shit.
So basically, I mean, yeah, but see, Derek, you could easily cheat. I mean, because till next Thursday, like you could still put it in. So like, all it is you go choose 3 female recessives, 3 male recessives, and then the other remaining 8 be anything you want, any codom, just not any recessives.
You just pick
Yeah.
any trait you want, and then what do you do after that?
We'll see who chose the best in our opinion for breeding wise, because you got 11 females and 11 males.
Okay.
Like if those were your first 11 snakes, and 11 or 22 snakes, and 11 were female and 11 were male, if you had the option of getting 3 recessives and codoms and doms and hets, what would they be, basically?
I feel like you know all these snake traits, man. We need some clutches, BPL.
We do. We need more clutches here coming soon. I'm actually, tonight's feeding night, I have the rats of frosting.
I like to see some clutches coming out of the BPL ball python love and exotics home.
Oh hell yeah! Should I hit everyone up? I'd be like,
you ain't doing no pairing right now?
No, not right now.
You got males and females, don't you?
Of course.
Put a male and a female in the tub, turn on some Marvin Gaye, and walk out the room. That's all I gotta do, BPL.
I will. I trust me. I got filming to do tonight, plus feeding, and then in a few days I'll probably throw a few in around.
Hey, are you gonna film some stuff tonight? What you shooting tonight? Some couple shorts or actual videos?
A couple of content, couple shorts, doing live feeding. Well, frozen thought feeding.
I think I'm gonna shoot some stuff tonight too. I always get in my reptile room and I end up falling asleep though. But anyways, man, we appreciate everybody in the chat, man. Welcome to the show. Let's bring up the second story. The story's gonna get crazier too as they go. I try to pick some really good ones. Now, this is a great story because I recently decided to stop doing live feedings, but I said I'll never shit on anyone that does live feedings because I feel like once you do that, me and Cusco kind of had that talk. I feel like it's hypocritical to criticize live feedings when there's so many other things that people see that could be considered bad for the hobby. So this is an interesting story. And this was picked up by the news. Hair-raising video captures 9-foot-long rat snake trying to bite zookeeper. And don't get me wrong, I love Jay Brewer. I love Jay Brewer, but it's like, bite videos. And I'm thinking about doing bite videos myself, but it's like, now let's read it. Zookeeper Jay Brewer shared a video on what she was seen holding a 9-foot-long rat snake. The hair-raising video also captured how the snake tried to bite him. Brewer, who has been running the reptile zoo, has been an avid Instagram user and keeps sharing his videos of interactions with different reptiles, intriguing his followers. Never seen one of these, and wow, got way too close. One of the largest rat snakes in the world, and this one is pushing 9 feet long. They are called keeled rat snakes and are rear-fanged. That means they need to chew on you to release their venom. But the good news is most rear-fanged snakes have a mild venom. I thought I would pass on finding out, but they're very fast on all surfaces, even going through trees and water, Brewer wrote. The video was shared a few days ago after getting posted. The video is on course to reach nearly 1 million views. The viral video also collected around 40,000 likes. Various comments were posted by people while reacting to the video. Had my anxiety through the roof while watching this. Glad you're safe, and an Instagram user posted. Is this one venomous? Asked another user, replying to what the zookeeper said. Yes, he is rear-fanged venomous. A third user said, always Jay, being awesome and making us worry about him at the same time. Ha ha, please be careful. You are so brave. Love from India, another user wrote. So my question to you, BPL, is like, you seen me be attacked. I was attacked like multiple times by nerd for live feeding. So my question to you is like why do people attack live feeders, but they don't attack bite videos? They don't attack, bad husbandry, scale rod.
People don't want to see shit die. They don't want to see shit die, but they'd rather see you get bit. That's what it comes down to.
Is that what you think?
Honestly, okay, so if you do a live feeding, it's wrong. But if you do a video like Jay Brewer and you're taking eggs from retics and this thing's huge and it bites you, like people are more in tune in that than they think it's crucial or wrong to feed life.
But my thing too, though, BPO is the biggest argument they said was when you do a live feeding, we don't want to think that snakes are mean, snakes are evil. You know, the public perceives reptile keepers bad, but when you show a snake biting you, doesn't that make the public fear snakes too?
It does. Um, I feel like for the people that just watch it to watch it and they don't know anything about reptiles or have any knowledge or even own a reptile, yeah, those are the ones that it's probably hurting because they're gonna be like, nah, like I've seen this video, all snakes are mean. That's not the case. Like, there's, I, shit, maybe I start just posting random videos of me just holding my snakes and letting them like chill on me and stuff.
I
And
thought
move
about
around.
it.
Like, because
I've seriously thought about it.
honestly, like all these, like I'm not knocking on Jay. Okay, don't take anyone watching. Don't take this wrong. It's not a knock against Jay Brewer, but at the same time, I it hurts us in a slight way for the community. It really does. And the reason why is because now, for those who don't have knowledge and they see him getting bit by this huge snake, they're like, that snake could kill me.
Right.
Why would I want to be around that? Like, maybe we should all come up with, our own, like all of us all do it, like a movement, and like just show you holding and handling your snakes for like, record yourself for however long. Like, there's certain ones I could go 4 or 5 hours, and I can edit out a lot of it, of course, because no one's gonna watch a 5-hour video of me holding a snake. But at the same time, like you could show the positivity of them not biting you, not being all aggressive, and how people look at reptiles in general that have no idea what about reptiles.
Right. I think that
What's up, Heather?
One thing I've noticed is that pisses me off. I feel like YouTubers that have
I have
huge.
no idea. Sorry.
You're fine. I feel like YouTubers that have huge followers, they could do whatever they want, and nobody will do anything because they want to collab with them. It's like, why would I attack this person when I could do a collab video with them and get followers from them? You know what I mean? It's like, I'll attack this person that doesn't have a lot of followers.
See, I agree with what you're saying, Derek. Like, when it comes to followers, but I call bullshit on it at the same time. Because either you're in their clique or you're not. If you're not in their clique, I'm sorry to say this, but look at Gatorpool Gators. He had to redo. He's redoing everything. Like, dude, I'm just saying. Like, if you're not, how should I say this? And I don't want to say it fucked up, but I'm trying to be honest. Like, if you are trying to be on the level with like hanging out every night with like Brian Gundy. I don't know. Let's go bigger. Let's just say Tyler Nolan. Let's just say who's this boy again? I really don't watch either of this. Chandler. No offense to Chandler, but like, dude, they know their shit. But if you're not in that clique with Brian Barczyk and all that, like, people just hate on you. But I guarantee you, if you saw Gatorpool Gators doing what he was doing while hanging out with Barczyk, people would be like, "Oh, that's no problem."
Right. I agree. I get it. Do you think that if me or you started posting bite videos, that we would still get the same hate that we got from live feedings?
Say that one more time.
Do you think me or you would get the same hate if we started posting bite videos that we got from live feeding?
Oh yeah, and the reason why is because we're not in a clique, like a certain clique like that. Because if we do it, then it's like, oh, you're stressing your animal out. You're you don't know much, and it's like, but yet if you go and watch, no offense, Jay Brewer, but you could see this shit happen with a way bigger snake. Yeah.
That was the whole point that I made, especially when I was live with Brian Cusco, because he was like, well, why'd you stop doing live feedings? And we just kind of had this long discussion. And I flat out told him, it was like, I'm not never gonna shit on anybody that does live feedings because there's so many other things that I think that we could criticize. Nobody cares if I feed my corn snake or a rat. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what they eat. But, you know, if I go to a senator and I say, hey, watch my snake eat, I don't think it will bother a senator. But if I go to a senator and I say, hey, senator, watch this, and I let that snake just strike me in my face 16 times, I think that senator is going to be like, what the fuck? Well, I don't know. Great story, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, man, just everybody, we appreciate y'all showing up, man. Welcome to the show. We're just talking about different topics in the hobby. What do y'all think? Do y'all think people will get the same hate if they posted bite videos that they got from live feedings?
No.
No, I'm asking them in the chat.
I mean, and the reason why I say that is because you made a short, I made a short. Both of our snakes trying to get us while live feeding. I closed mine on my bell like quickly. Everyone saw it. I was like, fuck that. Like, I closed it because she struck at me, and I was like, nah, we ain't doing this. Like, you'll find the rat in there. But it's different when you're doing venomous, I feel.
They keep tying your buddy out.
I don't know why. Yeah, well,
because he's not blue.
Oh shit, Ken! I will make you blue, bro. No one. I can't do it right now, but it'll be after the show. I promise you, I'll make you blue.
Anyways, man, just great show, man. Let's bring up the next topic. I think it's something that we need to talk about. And you could be honest.
Okay, really quick. LMK, who's been timing you out? And what was your question, Derek?
I said let's bring up the next topic.
So this one breaks my heart.
Yeah. Now, in case anybody doesn't know, Brian Barczyk has put out about 2 to 3 videos talking about he has just been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. So I kind of wanted to take because we're about halfway through. I want to take this time to talk about it. You know, we can take it down. I wanted to take this time to say, you know, first off, I think cancer is shitty. I think that anybody going through it, I'm praying for you. You're never alone. If you need to call me, message me, you can. But my question to you is, you know, Brian Barczyk is so influential. What does he mean to you? Being in the reptile hobby, what does Brian Barczyk mean to you?
If it meant I had to sell everything right now to have him get some kind of help him get cancer screening and all that, I'd sell everything and donate all the money to him. You got to look at some of the genes we have in the ball python morse and other snakes and all this other stuff. Like, you think about big people taking shots. Has not Brian Barczyk taken plenty of shots back in the day? Like, I mean, dude, I once again, no, I love Jay Brewer, but I would have loved the show more with Brian Barczyk, just because to me, you could see the love. You could feel him knowing that, like, he loves reptiles. I'm not saying Jay doesn't, but I feel like Brian Barczyk will always be a goat in the hobby. If you're in the hobby or if you're a breeder or whatever, Brian Barczyk will always be, and guaranteed. In my book, he's probably number 1, to be honest with you. I mean, it's really hard because I got Crutchfield. I mean, like, I gotta do some things in my head, but like at the same time, like Brian Barczyk, I would sell everything. People should try to help him. I understand he has a lot of subscribers, makes lots of money, but at the same time, like, you got to look at it like this: he's family. Regardless if you're like Derek over here that has his phone number, I don't. So the best thing I can do is whatever he's doing to help support. So if you guys could, you know, go to his latest post on IG, leave some love, you know, go to his face or his YouTube, leave some love. That's all I gotta say.
I definitely agree. When you first got into the hobby, did you ever watch him before you got any animals?
Oh fuck yeah!
And I mean,
I knew Brian Barczyk before I knew Jay, before I knew Kesco. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was the first.
could could you imagine? You know, I know we all get burnt out on YouTube, but imagine the tenacity. This man has been going vlogging every day for years. He doesn't miss a day. He vlogs. There's a YouTube video out every day. Could you imagine like how much that just wears on you mentally?
I feel like it wears on you mentally, but at the same time, like, not for him, and here's why. Um, I think it's more, the reason why I say that is because he has people that he has that does the editing. For him filming it is probably fun for him, but I feel like, especially with the cancer coming back and all that, like, I don't follow Brian anymore, but um, it,
I feel like, you know, I let you tell you, you know, what he means to you. To me, I feel like this man is, and I can speak personally because I've had personal phone calls with him. You know, for this man
what's up, same.
to me, this man he's inspired. I'll use two words. He's inspired and is still inspiring a whole generation of reptile keepers. I feel like, you know, to have been in this hobby as many years as he has and been on the forefront, because let's face it, him and Brewer are the kings of our hobby. And to keep going is keep pushing and to keep doing as much as he's doing, whether he's supporting you, Sark, whether he's showing new keepers how to take care of animals or just answering questions. I think that, you know, I think that there's a lot more reptile keepers because of him. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. I feel
Yeah.
like, you know, this man will give anybody the time of the day. It's like before I had 60,000 subscribers, I think I had 4 or 5,000 subscribers. And I messaged this man and he answered back. And I'm like, you know, can you come on my podcast? Yeah, I'll come. He came. Keep in mind, this man got a whole reptarium, family, hundreds of animals, and he still gave me the time of the day. Gave me his email, gave me his phone numbers, said, call me whenever you want. I think that speaks volumes. He's humble. He ain't just came on my podcast. He's been on lots of other people's podcasts that don't have nearly as many subscribers as he does. So that just shows that he's humble and he's down to earth. So I just want to say, like, I'm praying for him, and I hope that shit gets better for him because cancer ain't nothing to play with.
I gotta make a little funny joke about this because of what you said. He gave you the phone number and all that. Uh, what happened, AAP? What happened, Miguel? Huh? No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Yeah, I think that's what it's about too, Ken. Having that moment of silence and just no different than Iron Dog. Iron Dog's the same way. I never want anything to happen back. Whether I like you or not, even if it was Kevin from Nerd, I wouldn't wish cancer on nobody. I don't care if I like you or I don't like you. So I hope that he pulls through. I'm praying for him. Shout out to the Barcheks, man, because like I said, that family is the forefront of our hobby.
Yep.
You want to bring up the next story?
That's good.
Story number 4, man. Man, now this is
Nope.
incredible.
No. Sorry.
Now, I think that Florida got a lot of shit going on. You know, from the lady getting pulled into the river by alligator and getting killed to this. Like, this is crazy. Man checks yard to see alligator biting his dog's head. He pulled out a gun, Florida cops say. A Florida homeowner shot and killed an alligator he found biting his dog, according to the FWC. He won't face charges, wildlife officials determined. The incident happened around 6:30 p.m. Sunday, March 5th, in the backyard of a home in Deltona. The FWC said in a news release, Deltona is about 30 miles north of Orlando. After letting his dog out in his backyard, the homeowner heard a disturbance and observed an alligator grabbing onto his dog, FWC officials said. The homeowner discharged his firearm, killing the alligator. The dog Labrador named Winston suffered only a puncture to his ear, despite having his head held in the jaws of a 7-foot, 8-inch alligator. Fox 35 reports. The dog's owner shot the
Sorry.
You're good. The dog's owner shot the reptile in the head 4 times, while it still had Winston between his teeth. The station reports. Damn. State wildlife officers took the carcass for proper disposal, officers said. After a thorough review of the incident, the homeowner will not be charged, FWC said. Florida has a designated hunting season, August 15th through November 1st, and requires hunters to have permits. Restrictions include hunting in designated areas with limits on the number of alligators that can be killed. Damn, they hunt alligators? I didn't know that. Alligators live in all of 67 Florida counties, but serious injuries from alligator attacks are considered rare. The state has a nuisance alligator program that contracts with professional trappers to catch and remove alligators that pose a threat. FWC recommends pet owners keep animals on a leash and away from the water's edge, particularly during dusk and dawn where alligators are most active. Pets often resemble alligators' natural prey, FWC says. Floridians faced with a threatening alligators can call the FWC alligator hotline, and a trapper will be sent.
I don't know if the next one.
No, that's not it. Hold on for a second. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Yeah, you're good. You're going through the comments.
1 second. Okay. Now, BPL, how crazy is that? Let's say you're in the house, you let your dog out. All of a sudden, you hear your dog screaming, and you open up the door to see a 7-foot alligator biting your dog on literally has your dog's head in his mouth. You letting the blicky go?
No, my wife would probably hate this, but try to free the dog somehow, and we got a new pet alligator.
Try to free it? How would you free it from an alligator, bro? Alligator's way stronger than you. The bite alligator is about, I don't know exactly what it is. Somebody should Google it.
What's more important, the little dog or the alligator? Because from what I heard, the alligator is just trying to do its thing and you get it milk. I mean, I'm just keeping it real. I'm not hating on dogs here, but I'm just saying the alligator was trying to feed himself, and somehow, unfortunately, the dog was there.
So you telling me you're going to let the damn alligator eat your dog, BPL?
I don't have a dog, so I kind of don't feel bad.
Hypothetically, BPL, if you had a dog, are you saving it? Or are you letting the alligator eat it?
If the alligator eats my dog, I'm keeping the fucking gator in my house.
Honestly, I would definitely try to save my dog. I don't know,
I mean, I would try. Don't get me wrong. I want to just be like, hey, if you can't get out of this, you're screwed. But yeah, I would try. But at the same time, if he ate my dog, that motherfucker will become a pet and he will stay inside. It's like I have 2 in 1. The dog is in there and somewhere. And now I got a 9-foot gator.
BPL, you wild, man. I would never let my dog. You never dog sit for me.
And second off, hold on. If you live next with your house to some kind of canal in Florida and you think it's not smart to put up a fucking fence to block your dog, maybe that's on you.
I think that the FWC loves when shit like this happens because it helps them fuel their campaign against reptiles. It's like, look, they're dangerous. Look, we need to kill them.
What's up, Brad?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy that they said they got an alligator trapper program. I didn't even know that. They literally have a season where they just go hunting alligators.
That's fucked up too. Once again, why can't we have a purge?
Of alligators?
No, on people. Like, I might as well, right? Like, I mean, we do it to every animal. All humans do. We want to talk about invasive species, right? But all we do is keep building. Just keep building.
Right? Me and my wife was talking about alligators the other day. She was like, would you ever? I tell y'all, I don't care, but she was like, would you ever eat alligator meat? I said I would, but I would never tell any of my reptile friends.
Don't get me wrong. I'll say right now, damn right, I try it, but doesn't mean I'm gonna go hunt a gator just to eat. Like,
Would you ever tell Gator Pooh Gators like, yeah, I'm about to go eat. I'm about to go eat some gator.
fuck no. I maybe yeah, because he might be like, you know what, I've had gator too. I mean, think about it like that. Like, he's might have had gator as well. Like, you can't do anything when they're selling it at a street corner little thing. Like, they do it once a year downtown here in Reno, and I still haven't tried it because
Oh,
I feel bad.
my wife is laughing. I didn't know she was here. That's funny. We had a conversation. She was like, would you ever eat gator? And I'm like, yeah, but I would never tell nobody. She was like, why? I was like, cuz that's weird. I was like, that's like saying I'm about to go have some snake. I'm not gonna tell my snake friends I eat snake. They gonna look at me crazy.
No, but it's. I mean, like, once again, if someone like is being like, "Hey, you want to try this? This is what it's like." All right, I'd try it.
My wife is commenting. She's like, it's literally on the shelves. I would eat it, but I'm not telling nobody.
I mean, look at it like this. We eat beef, which comes from cow. We eat chicken, which is chicken. I
But you
mean, we
don't
eat
know
turkey,
nobody
which
that owns a cow. You know somebody that owns a gator.
I know motherfuckers that own cows and
No, you
horses.
don't. Do you?
You want to bet on that?
You are country, so you might.
I'm just saying. Well, first off, people that there's two different types of people that have cattle. There's ones that raise it for the beef, and there's ones that raise it for themselves, and they sell the cow later on. Blah blah blah. Anyway, or they keep it, whatever. Anyway, but
Yes.
you're gonna tell me you're not gonna try?
I would eat
Really?
it.
Like,
I told you I would eat
it's okay to
it.
eat it. I don't see
I,
anything wrong in that. I do, but I don't. Like, the reason why I don't see wrong is because, I mean, they made it all the way to Reno,
silly.
and that's shocking.
Silly. Oh, well, we about 40 minutes in, man. So go ahead and bring up the next story, brother. I think that this is an awesome story. Florida Reptile Group files motion against state rules prohibiting certain species. In layman, in layman's terms, USARC is fighting back. Regulations, reptile lovers
Oh,
are
it was, yeah, it was.
reptile lovers are beginning to fight back against the state rules, which they say are way too restrictive. If you were to go to Family Reptiles in Lakeland, you could buy a ball python or a bearded dragon, but there are some species that are illegal. Some local reptile lovers just took their concerns to court. Dominique Kennedy favorite pets when he was younger were iguanas, but that's something his little son can't experience for himself because they were added to a prohibited list of reptiles back in 2021, joining tegus and Burmese pythons. All three are non-native, therefore a threat to the state's ecosystem if they escape or turn loose. You need a permit to have them, said Daniel Parker, a spokesman for the United States Association of Reptile Keepers, Florida said. And it's pretty impossible for anyone to get a new permit at this point. Non-native species can harm Florida's ecology and economy, as well as human health and safety, said FWC. Family Reptile in Lakeland has a permit, but they're under lock and key with the warning sign to ensure non-native species that they have don't escape. I agree there's a problem. There's no denying that that's a problem. The problem is how we're fixing it, said Elizabeth Winsky with Family Reptile. With Winsky said reptile owners should be educated about the damages that non-native species can do if they escape. She said they shouldn't be banned altogether. That's why USARC in USARC in Florida recently filed a motion against the state, if approved, will repeal Florida's rule restricting reptile ownership. The state constitution gives FWC power over wildlife. We are saying that animals we have captive animals under human care, they do not qualify as a wild animal. This is awesome because going to that page. Go back to the other one. This page right here is awesome because basically what that's saying is it's saying Florida is saying you can't own this shit, and USARC is like saying like, look, no, we're against that. We're filing a motion, and if it's approved, then you can start owning these animals again. That is so important.
Did you have a cream to put on her?
Reptile enthusiasts are not only concerned about the animals that are on the prohibited list, but they're worried about the FWC possibly adding new species to the banned list. A judge will soon decide if the argument they have has any teeth.
That's it.
How important is this story, BPO? It's like Florida's saying, nope, you can't have this, you can't have that, you can't have this, and USARC is down there fighting.
It's bullshit. I think you shouldn't be able to. If okay, look at it like this: if you're able to have a dog, a cat, anything like that at your house, a lynx, a fucking bobcat, what is wrong with me having what I want? So it's okay for you to have. I mean, I've seen people with lynxes, bobcats. I've seen people that have like. Look at people that raise lions, and like they don't see them for years, and then like 2-3 years later they reunite, and like the lion's like, oh, I know who this is, and like it's amazing. Like, cool, like that's okay. But if I have a snake that you don't like, it's fucking wrong because it's fucked in Florida. Okay, like I get it. Like a lot of reptiles could thrive there because of the humidity and heat and all that. I totally get it. But maybe instead of blaming the reptiles, you should blame the people that don't take proper care of their shit in Florida. Instead of blaming the cobras and the caiman or the crocodiles or the alligators or the Burmese or the retics or tortoises and fish and everything, look at the people that buy this shit. And are they capable of buying it? Of like actually having the right shit that has to go with it? Because it's not like buying a ball python. Because if a ball python bites you, it's okay. But if I buy a cobra and it gets out, now it's like, oh my god, now it's like you fucked up, or you had a Burmese and it was like, oh my god, it got too big, so I let it go. Maybe we should start checking people before we fucking sell it to them.
I agree.
That's how I feel on it. Like they want shit to stop, but at the same time, I love the point that USARC is pushing back on it and being like, you know, we're gonna appeal this shit. You guys are fucked up. I agree. Keep moving on. Keep fighting that battle. Don't stop. That goes for every state. I don't care what state you live in.
Right. I love what USARC is doing. And I don't want this to be took as a dig towards USARC. I don't think we'll win in Florida. I think Florida's already gone. I think Florida's underwater. I think that they'll be able to file as many motions as they want, as many things, but I think Florida's gone. And the reason I think that is because a lot of these lobbyists, like a lot of these lawmakers, a lot of these people that, you know, want reptiles gone, they have so much money. Peter has millions and millions and millions of dollars. I don't think USARC has enough money right now to, you know, to fight everything that, you know, I'm glad that they're fighting, but they need more money. They need more supporters. If you go to Instagram, their Instagram has 20,000 followers. Meanwhile, we got Brewer with 6 million followers. You know, I feel like Instagram should have, I feel like USARC should have at least 1 million on Instagram. You know, go follow their Instagram. Go donate.
So I do have to pull a card here. And I want to pull the card of every big guy out there. And it's not no disrespect to them. It's not Brian Barczyk. I'm not just calling him out, but I'm calling him out. I'm sorry you have cancer, but I'm calling you out. I'm calling out every big reptile maker of YouTube or breeder that you know of. If they are not like, I can make $1,000 posts a day, right? About we should support Ozark, but I don't have the following, right? So all these bigger guys, if you have that following, why not use it to support what you're in instead of being like, well, I already have my shop, I got, if they shit goes south, I'm okay. Well, think about the next people behind you, the ones that want to do this for fun, the ones that love doing it. So why
Right.
won't you guys all each, even if every video you make from the rest of your time on, why won't you say right when the video starts, before you watch this, support Ozark? Here's
Right.
the link. Bam.
It's like
And then get into the video that you're gonna do.
I love the message that USARK has, but it's literally impossible. It's like you look at PETA, you look at the Humane Society that they love animals. All these couple companies, millions and millions and millions of dollars, and PETA has money, but it's like, let's say you were USARK BPL, you had $20. Let's say I was PETA and the Humane Society, and I had $100,000. Do you know how hard it would be for you to battle me when I got $100,000 and you got $20?
Do you understand that? Like, I understand money plays a small or quite a bit of a large scheme in it, but at the same time, as long as I spit knowledge at you and I prove you wrong, what do you have?
Right, that's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is they need money.
But see, this is I understand what you're saying, and I get it. They need more money, and they need more followers, and they need more support, and they need more help. I totally get it. But at the same time, without these, I want to name some people right now. Once again, no disrespect, Brian Barczyk, Miguel from Always Evolving Pythons, Brian Cusco, Jay Brewer. I mean, we look at all these big dogs and Tyler Nolan. Like, every video should be go support Ozark.
I agree.
Every video. It should not be like, yo, we'll do it like once a month or whenever we feel like it. If you want the hobby to continue to grow, everybody. I mean, this doesn't even go for the big guys. Like, this should go for me and you too, though. Like, I feel like, look at it like this. There might be some people, and this might shock you, but there might be one or two people that you might not be subscribed to them and follow them, and you might be the one to help them to support Ozark. Like, we should all do this before we do any video. Like, they are fighting for the rights of us having what we have. Look at everything that is being banded across the nation. It is crazy.
I agree, man. Great points, BPL. I feel like USAR needs help, man, because they fighting a good fight, and we need to back them. They need more supporters, more money, and more people just pushing them. Let's bring up the next story. How many people we got in here, BPL?
9.
What's up to all 9 of y'all, man? If we got just one person watching, we appreciate you.
Shit. I think we're on the last story, right? We did 5 already?
Yeah.
So tell me if this is right, because if not, then we got one more. Did we see this shit? Yes, we did. Okay. Sorry. I gotta start making, like, slates, dude.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
All right, here we
go. The theme of this show is, we're talking about Florida. Now let's look at this and give me your opinion on this. New program looks to contain the invasive Burmese pythons in South Florida. In a few months, this team hopes to introduce drones to help find these hidden creatures more easily. According to the FWC, there are more than 500 non-native species in Florida, but one reptile poses a more severe threat to our ecosystems. There's a new program in the Everglades that looks to remove and understand invasive species like the Burmese python. In the heart of the Everglades is a reptile unlike any other. It was brought into Florida through the pet trade, experts say. It reaches up to 20 feet, weighs close to 200 pounds, and lives up to 30 years. Damn. It's the Burmese python. They don't have a lot of native predators that they would in their native range. They don't have a lot of their native parasites that they would in their native range. So they have a big advantage already. And they are decimating populations of native wildlife because they are not used to having a huge snake as a predator, explained Melissa Miller. Miller is the lead researcher from the University of Florida that is partaking in a new scout program that looks to study and remove these creatures. She said currently the state has removed close to 17,000 pythons. Damn. But they don't have a clear picture on how many currently reside in the marshes. This is mating season, and they are hoping to change that. Currently, the scouting program is monitoring 8 pythons in the Everglades. They hope it can lead to others. Say you're tracking a male snake and he's looking for a female to mate with, explained Miller. You may also find 7 additional male pythons out there and a female python that can put out a huge number of eggs. With airboats or their own 2 feet, the team enters inaccessible areas to look for snakes they have tagged with transmitters as they put out a radio frequency that is picked up by the team's receiver. The additional pythons found are then collected for research or humanely euthanized. The goal is not only to remove the invasive species, but to learn more about their ecology.
Sorry.
You're fine. Reproduction, life, and history. The information we gather on this helps negate the negative impact pythons are having. It helps us learn more effective ways to manage and control this species, shared Miller. She furthered, I've worked on pythons for over a decade now and even back a decade. I was doing road surveys in Everglades. No marsh rabbits, no. And she said the project will last until 2027 and is funded by the Southwater Florida Management District and FWC in partnership with the University of Florida and some kind of survey people. Is that the last page?
That's it.
That's crazy. What do you think about that? That they're tagging instead of killing.
With the number you said, 7,000. I'm just
17?
saying 17,000. I'm sorry, I take that back. Let me just be the first one to say this, and you could tell me to shut the fuck up, and I'm wrong, or maybe. But she should be the first one to start the hanging with. She should die first. What she has done is wrong. I feel like this bitch should be eaten by a fucking crocodile. Let her go to a saltwater croc. If not, I mean, I find that really fucked up. Like, let them be. Maybe this is the perfect habitat for this. Have we ever thought about that? Maybe it's not always about humans.
Right. It's freaking. What it is they came up with a genius way, and I think I was talking about this months ago. In Florida, this lady has came up with a way to tag snakes and let them go out into places that they can barely get to, and they do it when it's mating season because they know that there's a lot of snakes around. So one snake could turn up 8 more snakes. This male snake could turn up 4 or 5 more females. It's genius. It's shitty, but what they're doing is what I was talking about. Like, how if people dump their animals, you could tag them. Well, she's tagged snakes, letting them go out in mating season and going to find them, because they have those mating balls and shit. I think it's sad, man. I think we're gonna I think that if it's effective, they're gonna be killing snakes faster in Florida.
Okay, let me just say this though. If everyone says like they support or they're against the rattlesnake roundup, but no one wants to defend the Burmese pythons because they're now everywhere. Like I read the comments and I respect what I read, but at the same time, like, how'd they get here? The pet trade? Oh, so we had a bad keeper, which led to another bad keeper, which was like, oh my God, this is too big. But I mean, look at it like this. Do they not lay a huge clutch? I mean, but at the same time, are they worth killing? No.
It's sad. It's sad, man. Because what she's doing is, instead of going out and trying to find 1 snake or 2 snakes, she's gonna do it during mating season. Tag them, figure out where they are, let 1 snake lead you to 50. You know what I mean?
she's the Snakeler, which is rhyme with kind of going with Hitler. Like she's she's seen plenty of dead bodies. This woman should be imprisoned. I feel like it's a fucked up story, man. Like
Yeah.
it's a snake. Like if it's hungry, I am sorry if it eats your goddamn cat or dog, but at the same time, then move if you're fucking afraid. I
Right.
am sorry. Like at the same time,
Crazy story, BPO, man.
damn. Okay. Well, still, like, we should let them be. Let them be. They're amazing.
What time is your show tomorrow with Mark?
6 on the east, 3 on the west. So that's 5 o'clock for you.
I was about to ask that. I have to check it out, man. Mark's a good guy.
Dude, I am
at the hand
stoked. I am stoked for tomorrow, bro. Like, I am super stoked to have Mark's Reptiles up on here. And, dude, honestly, he shared my thing I made on his shit.
Oh, his Instagram?
Yeah, I was like, oh, shit.
He's got a lot. What's look him up right quick. What's his count on Instagram? I'm curious.
Over 100,000.
That's crazy. It's not easy to grow on Instagram either. You have to be posting reels consistently.
Man, I can't.
But
I am stoked.
His collection is insane.
Dude, I'm gonna ask him to pull some shit out tomorrow. Trust me. I'm gonna be like, please, hey, send me a baby.
I think I'll stop by, man. Check out y'all show, brother. But it's until next time, man. Everybody in the chat, I love you. Thank y'all for showing up.
All right, I'm BPL. Got that shit. That's Darius Reptiles. He's, the GOAT, the rock star, the legendary fucking interviewer. Until next time, we're out this motherfucker. You guys all have a good night.